So the typical week on the Olympic lifts, which we're in week 3 of right now, I make sure people back squat on Mondays, and it's usually a 3x5, not quite a linear progression, but I still have them squatting at a percentage going up almost every Monday, just doing the back squat. And then we have Olympic work for about 15-20 minutes, working on technique and load. So what I want the athletes to do is during that time, get up to a heavy, let's say we're working on the snatch balance, I want them to get up to a heavy snatch balance, but not a heavy snatch balance that looks ugly, that is less efficient. So that when they do transfer that snatch balance over to the snatch, they have better form, better technique, so they can lift more weight. Tuesday, once again, is suck training, advanced gymnastics. And then we have about 10 minutes of work with, it's conditioning, but it's usually every minute on the minute. And it's not an all-out effort. And then I usually throw presses in there as well, or some sort of shoulder work. Wednesday is a 10 to 12 minute conditioning, just typical CrossFit WOD right there. Thursday is a rest day or makeup day, like I said earlier. And then Friday we do front squats. And once again, go back to the Olympic lifting technique and load. Where what I'm looking for is, if we did squat cleans on Monday, I'll switch it over to some sort of snatch work on that Friday. And I like to throw in interval conditioning, something short on Fridays as well. And then Saturdays is back to that 15-minute conditioning, just a gasser, something that's not going to ruin them for Monday. And then finally, I do a lot of, I think this is really cool, I picked this up from Potomac CrossFit. Brian out there, I think he wrote something for the journal, and what he put up was 20 minutes of suck training. I loved it, it was great. So what I've done is done suck test, train, and retest. He suggests 20 minutes, but I found it works great with 10 minutes in incorporating that into the Tuesday workout. And I've seen lots of progress from my athletes. So the way this works, it's skill-based. So we're not going for max push-ups here. And a good example would be working on the kip for the pull-up or the muscle-up. The overhead squat would also be a good example. The first week we test. So if you're doing the pull-up, for example, you test your max pull-ups. And let's say the athlete did 5 pull-ups, 5 kipping pull-ups. We would test, we'd take a short break of 5-6 minutes, and then we would go through 10 minutes, where every minute on the minute, the athlete does 2 for the first 5 minutes, 1 for the last 5 minutes. And then going on to week 2, they would increase that from 2s and 1s to 3s, 2s and 1s. And then 3s the third week, 2s. Numbers are arbitrary. The point is, the athlete gets to improve over this 4-week time period. And I think what is great about this is it's athlete specific, where you can have a group of 10 people, and if one person, some people are working on the kipping pull-up, another group is working on the overhead squat, and another group is working on the muscle-up, as long as you have the equipment, then you can make that 10-minute portion of their hour, 45-minute or an hour period that they're in your affiliate, you can make it all about their training. Because in the end, you want fit athletes that keep coming back. And if you design a portion of your programming around the athlete, the specific individual athlete, they're going to be much happier than if they really want to work on a pull-up, but you guys only do pull-ups, once, twice a week, and they haven't been working specifically on those pull-ups. And at the end, of course, you retest and compare so that the athlete can see if it really did work. And for the most part, it has. I had an athlete who was doing 5 pull-ups on the green band, and at the end of her first suck training, she got her first 2 consecutive kipping pull-ups. That's all I have, folks, on the CrossFit Hustle programming. Thanks for watching. I'm Rich Voss, owner and head coach at CrossFit Hustle.